two cars in this comparison, both 2024, the Toyota Highlander versus the Toyota Grand Highlander. We're going to be showing you guys the main differences, talking about specs, exteriors, and interiors on both these cars. But before we do, welcome to Vagabond Builds with James and Sandu. Tap that like button, subscribe to our channel, and put bread on our tables. Here's our email below. Email us so we can talk details later if you got something for us to film. Also, a special shout out and a thank you to Folsom Lake Toyota here in Folsom, California, for providing us this beautiful, these both beautiful cars for this comparison video. Also, keep watching. We're going to be talking about the prices and dropping those MSRP stickers later on in this video. Let's go ahead and talk 2024 Toyota Highlanders. So let's dive in and talk some specs on both cars. Now, wanted to mention to you guys that you have different options with regards to the engines. These exact engines in this video is a 2.4 turbocharged 4-cylinder engine option paired together with an 8-speed automatic transmission that pushes 265 horsepower with 310 pound-feet of torque. But you do have a hybrid option in each. This one is the Grand Highlander. That's the Highlander, and you do get a hybrid option which will change from a 2.4 liter over to a 2.5 liter, and it will also change the numbers from your horsepower to your MPG and things of that sort. But this exact video is on the 2.4 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. Now, some MPG numbers do change between the Grand Highlander and the Highlander. Let me give you those numbers right now. Now, starting with the Grand Highlander, the one that you're looking at right now in the video, comes with 20 city, 26 highway, and a 22 combined with the 17.8 gallon gas tank size. The length, width, and height in inches for dimensions is 201 in length, 78 inches in width, and 70 inches in height, with 116-inch wheelbase, 8-inch ground clearance, and 5,000 pounds of towing capacity. Now let's go ahead and shoot over to the Highlander. The MPG does go a bit higher from 20 to 21 city, from 26 to 28 highway, and from 22 to 24 combined, but the dimensions is 197 inches in length, 78 inches in width, 68 inches in height, with 112-inch wheelbase, so 4 inches less, 8-inch ground clearance, about the same on both, 5,000 pounds of towing capacity on the Highlander as well. Remember, guys, that hybrid will offer different numbers, okay? So in this exact video, we're showing you pretty much the differences between designs. We're throwing in some options with regards to the engines, because maybe you're looking for a comparison video, but you also want to know the options that you have between both. Now, to my right, I have the Highlander as mentioned, but this is in the platinum trim, so this is the Platy. And over to the Grand Highlander, this is the limited, okay? So you're going to be seeing on the platinum some added bells and whistles like the heads-up display, the live feed rear view camera, and also the panoramic glass that goes from the front over to the second row, to where on the limited Grand Highlander you're not getting that. So we're going to be focusing more on the design of the car, what's different, this being a little bit more rugged, this being a little bit more classy, more kind of a road princess, to where this is more of an off-road rigid take me and drive me now feel, okay? But let's go ahead and start off with the Highlander. The headlights are LED in both, and they are slightly the same shape, but you do have some little minuscule, minute things that are going to be like this headlight does pop out at you more than the Grand Highlander, to where it doesn't have that more 3D feel. I'm going to have some more off-road look here on the Grand Highlander with the trim chrome, but the front of that bumper cover does pop out at you with the air vents, Toyota emblem, black gloss lower grille, huge. This is one thing that I like about the Grand Highlanders, a little bit more kind of boxier look on the Grand Highlander with the black gloss, the lower trim in that matte black, and the glossy gray, okay? You also have LED fog lights with the matte black plastic bezels. Coming over to the Highlander, still black gloss grille, same idea on the color schemes, but just a smaller grille. Of course, the Platinum does offer you the 360 camera, to where the Limited on the Grand Highlander doesn't. Dropping down bumper sensors on both, matte black plastic lower grille with the same color on that darker gray gloss look. Fog lights are LED on the Platy as well. Moving forward, we're going to be seeing some differences on the sides, of course, from the wheel well trims, thicker look, bit more popped out on the shape of the Grand Highlander to where on the Highlander is a little bit more sleek, cleaner design, okay? So roadworthy, more road princess, more kind of take me off road, take me to the mountain feel on this. Is Toyota, I've been talking about this with people, is Toyota might get rid of the Toyota Highlander? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below, okay? Dropping down to the wheel area, different trims will offer you different rims and different looks, different tires. Just wanted to mention that. But the suspensions are the same with the standard suspension, the shock spring strut suspension. The wheel on the Grand Highlander is going to be the Yokohama Geolandar XCV, and the size on this wheel is a 255/55/20, to where here is a 235/55/20, and it's a Goodyear Eagle Touring, okay? Moving forward, side mirrors, literally same exact side mirrors with the integrated blinker lighting, matte black plastic. The only thing that might be different is that you're getting a 360 camera here on the Platy, to where on the Grand Highlander you're not. They do come heated, automatic foldable, and blind spot assist. Now get a load of how boxier the side looks on the Grand Highlander. This is more my feel, if you ask me. This is kind of like, get out of my way, I'm driving. This is kind of, I'll wait until you switch lanes because I'm coming right behind you, okay? Up top, the roof rails on both. Now, these are add-ons, okay, so don't let that fool you. You can add that also onto the Grand Highlander. Black gloss in between the windows, chrome on the bottom, and keyless fob entry on both. Let's go ahead and shoot over more towards the rear. So this is where you're going to see the body lines and shapes are slightly different with the cuts here in the rear door, to where this is more of a flat, kind of minimalist, cleaner look. What do you guys like better? I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below. I actually will go for this, being more of kind of a square design guy, to where this feels a little bit more kind of, I would say, an older person feel. I have to say that, okay? Over to the rear end, starting with the spoiler on the Grand Highlander with the LED brake light, privacy glass, wiper, black gloss trim, and the LED lighting back here, along with the Grand Highlander integrated into that trim. Camera, both get cameras here in the rear over that license plate. All-wheel drive, that they come standard, limited trim, matte black plastic bumper cover with bumper sensors, finishing off with a glossy gray look. And you do get the tucked muffler tips here, okay? Now, this tailgate does come hands-free, also on the Platinum as well. A little bit different on the spoiler, does kind of have a curvature coming down from the cabin over to the spoiler. A little bit more sportier look, I'll be honest, with kind of that cut for that airflow. The brake light is a little bit more shorter with a little thicker privacy glass, wiper, 360 camera, also with the live camera for that rear view mirror that I'm going to show you guys here on the Platinum. Highlander, some chrome trim back here, finishing off that lower end with no matte black plastic, but you still get that gray look, so a little bit richer design. And then this is what your tow hitch looks like on the Highlander. Now, exhaust tips are tucked away as well, but your tire is under here on the Highlander, to where on the Grand Highlander, your spare tire is actually on the inside of the car. Let's go ahead and pop these cargo areas open. Starting with the Grand Highlander, let's give you guys some numbers for cargo. 21 cubic feet of space with that third row and second row seat up. If we drop both rows, third and second, you're getting 98 cubic feet of space. How do you do that? You use these levers, drop that down along with this one, and this is what increased cargo area looks like. And if I was to go ahead and drop those as well, you're getting 98 cubic feet of space. Let's go ahead and lift this mat. Tire situation, the tire is under here, okay? And then you have 8 seats in this, because in the Grand Highlander, you're getting the bench seat on the second row, to where I'm going to show you guys on a 7-seater Highlander what it looks like when you have just the captain chairs on the second row, okay? Let's go ahead and shoot over here. Same exact cargo area from 21 cubic feet of space with third and second row seat up, and then 98 cubic feet of space with that third row seat down. And see what I mean about the 7 seats, the captain chairs? You get the armrest, and then you get the little aisleway with the cup holders there. You're not getting that in the Grand Highlander. You do probably have the option in the Grand Highlander, but here in the Highlander, just wanted to show you guys, if you're in the market for a 7 or an 8-seater, what it's gonna kind of look like, okay? Now, under the mat, some more cubby room and your tire stuff, okay? Now let's go ahead and shut these tailgates. Now that we're done talking about exterior, engine specs, and cargo, let's go ahead and show you guys the differences on the interior. Okay, so now let's talk interior, show you guys a quick look on the Highlander. Gonna get in the Grand Highlander and finish up with this video, but overall, I wanna kind of bring it to you guys and show you guys some similarities and differences. You're gonna see a lot of similarity right here, okay? The infotainment screen, the 12.3-inch JBL system, is pretty much almost similar with the shape. Now, you're gonna have some different trim inside this Highlander that you're gonna see, but overall, the look and kind of the setup is pretty much the same. Got a wireless charging pad under that 12.3-inch system, and then USB-C plugins, USB-A with a little bit more cubby room. Cup holders, this is where you're gonna see a lot of difference. The center console, okay? The reason I say that is because this is more kind of a sleeker, toned down design, to where on the Grand Highlander, you're gonna have a huge, bulky, boxy center console, okay? Now, let me know what you guys think. Some people like this look better. Some people like that Grand Highlander look better, okay? I actually like the more boss, bigger, the better kind of thing. Growing up in America, we like our stuff big, right? But cup holders with your drive modes, hill decline assist, your drive mode knob, lever there, and your shift lever. Opening up that center console area, removable tray with your 12-volt outlet in there. A lot of room for personal belongings. Up top, this is what the Platinum is going to bring you, is this glass. Let me go ahead and show you guys what that glass looks like. Now, that's a controllable, electric controllable visor with the tilt slide moonroof option. Close that up. That rear view mirror right in front of that is live feed. That's what that extra camera is for, and that's because it's a Platinum, all right? So if you guys are in the market, you guys want the bells and whistles, go Platy. Now, for the driver's seat, I'm looking at a cluster, a heads-up display. Again, Platinum will give you the heads-up display. The limited Grand Highlander doesn't give you the heads-up display. But the 12.3-inch driver cockpit cluster display screen is the same exact interface as the Grand Highlander. So the tech that they're putting in these cars are pretty much the same. So don't feel like you're getting gypped on the tech, all right? Steering wheel, pretty much kind of same setup with a tri-spoke steering. The controls look exactly the same. Over to the left-hand side, you're gonna see some minute differences with regards to the buttons. Buttons are pretty much the same, but you're gonna have a little horizontal control unit where it's just one level, and this is a dual level. Door panel, memory seating, controls to your windows, unlock, lock, and your automatic foldable side mirrors. This is what the door panel looks like with that glossy wood or gray inlay look. Then you have a little bit more curvature to whereas on the Grand Highlander, it's a little bit more boxy on the door panels, right? But this is the front side. Let's go ahead and show you second and third row in the Highlander, and then we'll jump into the Grand. So showing you the second row, this is where you're gonna see the main difference from the 7 to the 8-seater Highlanders to the Grand. Captain chairs with the armrest with your big old cup holders here in the center. I love those cup holders, but then you're minusing a passenger, so that's something to take into consideration. Pockets on the back of the front seats, your tri-zone climate control with your heated seats that lights up, and then down here, only thing that's mainly different on the center console is the placement of the USB-Cs. Here on the Highlander is down here instead of the Grand Highlanders on the right and the left up top, okay? Ways to control this seat, you got 2 levers here and then another extra lever to move it forward, back, drop that backrest and bunny hop this seat forward. Let's go, whoop, pop myself in the head. But this is what a bunny hop looks like. Now I'm about 6 feet 2 inches. You got more than enough room on the second row seats. But let's go ahead and jump into the third row area. Third row area is going to be a little bit more claustrophobic. You can drop these angles, so which kind of increases the better experience for the ride, and you have a little bit more room, but I'm still hitting my head on that top liner. On the right and the left of the third row seating, you're gonna see some differences. The cup holder's a whole lot more grand on the Grand Highlander. You don't get the USB-C plugins in the Platinum Highlander, to where on the limited Grand Highlander, you're getting more tech back here, along with way bigger cup holders. Vents, the air vents are exactly the same. So what's going on here on the top liner, completely the same, okay? So this car is coming in at around about $55,000, give and take. This is what a platinum regular Highlander gets you, $55K. Here's the MSRP sticker, as promised. Now, I'm gonna jump into the Grand Highlander, and I'm gonna show you guys what about 53 grand or $53,000 gets you, and I'm gonna drop that MSRP sticker to that as well. Let's go ahead and do it. Okay, so now the Grand Highlander. This is more of my favorite part of the video because I like the Grand more than the regular Highlander, but again, it all comes down to preference. Look at the dashboard. Differences on that trim I was telling you guys about. The background on that dashboard, different, but the interface or the tech, completely the same. With the same placement of the vents, you're just getting a little bit different because of the placement of the wireless charging pad here. USB-C plug-in, but wireless charging pad is down here for the Grand, okay? So you're getting two USB-C plug-ins. Cup holders, placement is slightly different, still on kind of that side, the right side of that center console. Both of them are, but this is a little bit more bulky and they're tucked in lower with cubby room and a tray on the right side. Shift lever on the left. Your buttons are a little bit different for your drive modes. You get up to 6 drive modes here, as well as the Highlander Platinum. Slidable cover, removable tray with more cubby room. You got a bigger center console here than you do on the Highlander Platinum. No heads-up display, no glass up top, no tilt slide roof, no live feed mirror, okay, because it's a limited Grand. Now, I'm sure you're going to add bells and whistles if you go higher on the trims here on the Grand Highlanders as well. You get an extra USB-C plug-in here, more tech, so you got 3 up top. Personal cubby room, kind of similar. Lockable glove compartment, leather perforated seats for the heated and ventilated seats, as well as the regular Highlander. So the seating system is pretty much exactly the same. Cluster, 12.3 inch, same interface as you guys can tell. Steering wheel, literally same exact, with your levers for your windshield wipers and your lighting. This is what I mentioned. Here on the Grand Highlander, you have just one little level instead of a dual level for your tech. And then the door panel. Remember I mentioned a little bit more square instead of curvy. You got the armrest. You don't have that big curve in the door panel, but you got the wooden inlays, controls for your windows. Memory seating is a little bit lower with the handle. All right. Now, guys, we're done here on the first row. Let's go ahead and show you guys what a full bench seat looks like on the second row, and then show you guys the third row and finish up with this video. So second row seating on the Grand Highlander. This is what the full bench seat looks like, okay? Get the armrest. Armrest is going to be for both instead of the single captain seating armrest. And then you get that extra person, but you lose those cup holders back here. And where do you get them? In the door down there, all right? But in front of us, same exact idea with regards to seating in the pockets, tri-zone climate with the heated seat system. And then remember I was telling you guys the differences in the USB-C plugins, a little bit more bulky on the right and left, and then the inverter down low. You get the limited Grand Highlander, throws in some visors for the sun. But remember I told you guys about the air vents, pretty much exactly the same with regards to the top liner from the Highlander to the Grand. Let's go ahead and bunny hop this seat forward. Same exact way to control these seats. All right, with the levers, you can bunny hop it up top. And I'm gonna sneak back here and show you guys what the third row seat looks like. Now remember, I'm 6 feet 2 inches. Wanted to mention that again, because some people do skip through the video. And we can actually drop that. Love their third row. I think Toyota's like one of the only people that actually get you that super drop back backrest. But the main difference is back here. Remember I was telling you guys about those huge cup holders? Loving this, okay? I just love the Grand feel of this. And then that USB-C plug-in extra tech on that handle that helps you get to that third row if you're coming in through those rear doors. Guys, as promised, here's the MSRP sticker to the Grand Highlander, coming in at around 53K. You're dropping 2K, but you're losing the glass, the heads-up display, you're losing the 360 panoramic camera. Literally illuminated door sill plates. You don't get that here in the limited Grand Highlander. But again, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Drop the stickers as promised. Thank you so much for watching our channel here at Vagabond Builds with James and Sandu. Don't forget to like and subscribe and keep watching because we have more cool things coming. God bless you.